Thank you so much for tuning in at CityCorp TV. Welcome to Love Corner. This is the program that aims at giving you enlightenments on matters relationships. And today we are going to dissect it, break it down into pieces on GBV. Many can ask themselves, what does GBV mean? Gender-based violence. You know, it does not only cross to only women, because this aspect has been narrowed down to ladies, women, or female gender, but also men do suffer in the relationship. They are beaten, they cry, they even say, tuendelee tu kama napigwa kama ngoma. And we say that kama ni mwanaume anafaa kuwe kama mawe. And now we want you to also to communicate to us, tell us your view regarding how prepared are you to deal with GBV around your environment. That is the question that we're asking. How prepared are you to deal with GBV around the environment? My name is Joseph Okuma and
Rebecca Wino.
Rebecca Wino. The numbers rolling down the screen there, you can actually use them to call us, or you can also text us to be able to trace your comment and sentiment as we move along. Starting with gender-based violence, where does it start from? Inaanza wapi?
Gender-based violence is so broad. But niseme tu kile ambacho inaenda kinyume na mafikra zako, mawazo yako.
Okay. So majority do say that gender-based violence involves being assaulted, being beaten, unajua mtu anakupiga na mawe, anakupiga na maji, anakumwagia maji moto, anakufanyia vitu, kumwagia acid. Does all those attaches to gender-based violence, or there are other things that when that can lead to gender-based violence?
Gender-based, it can be psychological, emotional, sexually. Yeah, you can be harassed.
Okay. Let's have just a look at the video, then we start our conversation by rolling it out. There's a lady that beat thoroughly her man, whom she really said that was supposed to pick her phone calls, but never did so. So we want to just listen in how things unfolded with this lady beating thoroughly the man.
Ni nini baya na hii mguu? Kwa nataka kujifanya atiwe mwenyewe ni hatari kwa kumvu. Akamwambia sijasema hivyo.
Well, I learned
mimi nimeweza Kurani kumtoka Shauri Tembo. Yaani unaweza nipiga? Akamwambia hapana. Na mbona unaweka miguu juu? Akamwambia babangu aliniambia tangu asubuhi mpaka nifike saa 8 ndio nitoe mguu hapa juu. Acha ujinga. Usifanye hivyo. Unaweza fanya nini? Sasa ndio nakugonga vizuri. Wacha nimekugonga. Wacha nikugonge. Kumbe kijana akatazama akaona masaa imefika, aliambiwa akaya hapa, jua iko nyuma yake. Masaa ni ya nini?
It's now noon time.
Basta. Teke kwa si. Unasikia? Hex miano. Hapana cheza kijana ndio no. Vijana wametoka Shaurini wakuja kupiga. Wewe ndio ulipiga mwenzetu? 20 na mumeniharibia. Nilikuwa nataka nifike 100. Unaniharibia mapresha sana.
The lady decided to really showcase her anger towards the man in the public. Does it also, this thing started just immediately, or there are things that constituted to build up of this action that she dramatized in public?
Do you know something like violence? It cannot just start in public like that, because maybe it has been going on in private, and now because it is somehow normalcy, she just saw it the way they are staying. They just have to have some violence, because it's so difficult for you to beat your spouse or your wife or your husband in public. It's so weird.
So weird.
Yeah.
And now to this aspect whereby it has become the norm of the day and the order of the day that people just start fighting, beating one another, and even not reaching to the consensus point of solving their problems diplomatically. They only opt for what is called a force. Where does this start from? Does it start from when the child goes knowing that this is the way? Where does it start from?
You know, okay, in relationship, okay, maybe in courtship, there were red flags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The red flags at that time is, we say that those are the danger signals that
Yeah.
when you see,
Run away.
run away. Yeah. Maybe it just started like an abuse. Umenikosea lakini badala tukae chini tutatue, ninakutusi. Unaniona?
Yes.
From there, ninakuslap. Ninakupiga ngumi. Inakuwa mateke. Sasa unaleta more weapons. Yeah, it's something that grows, but it has a starting point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the universal starting point to where you sit, or at the place where you sit, or what prompts people to just start fighting? Because there are some general or universal things that perhaps a lady is not satisfied with, because there are things that can really lead. Because this lady is purporting that, unajua nini, this guy has never picked my calls for the past 2 days. Na tusa tumekutana na yeye mundu kumutusa tumenyane in public. Or what are the universal causes of gender-based violence?
Okay, there's no really defined universal cause.
Okay.
Yeah, because you find that maybe somebody still have that trauma from the childhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are carrying the trauma, and they know that in our family we used to be brought up by by violence.
Parenting.
Yeah,
can
parenting
be the cause.
it can also cause that.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people just have anger issues where they cannot express it. Yeah.
Okay. And what about the fidelity? Can fidelity also, when infidelity happens in a social setup between a husband or the wife, or the lady and the man, can it also lead to this kind of manifestation of violence? Because maybe I've found you that, you know what, you're playing or cheating on me with so and so, violence begins.
Okay. Okay, maybe the lady knew that the man has more powers. So she came out to shame the man in public.
Okay. Can infidelity also lead to gender-based violence,
Yes.
whereby there's no faithfulness in marriage?
Yes, it can.
Somebody is moving with somebody, another person is moving with another person, and yet the emotions investment of a person when he or she has put in somebody, you know, once it has been trodden, the thing that can lead it is the violence, fighting, you know, somebody.
Do you know, in most cases where we have infidelity on the background, yeah, immediately you have another partner from, you have a third party as a partner.
Okay.
You will look down upon the one you are having, upon the one you have.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So from there, you will easily humiliate her, abuse her, do so many weird things because you have alternative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And also something to do with the other, the signs. Can somebody detect the signs of gender-based violence? Are there signs that perhaps our viewer must actually get to know and say that this is gender-based violence?
Remember the red flags we talked about.
Okay.
Because, you know, abuse doesn't just start from nowhere. It's something that grows.
Okay.
Yeah? Maybe, you know, let me say we are married. Today I abuse you. Say, mbona amenitusi hivi? Ukasema, maybe nilikuwa nimemkosea. Unanipata? Alafu, the coming week, ninakutusi tena. So, as the time goes by, it becomes something that I normally do. Yeah.
So it means the abuse is what the sign is the abuse.
Yeah.
So the viewer should actually just say the sign is the abuse.
No.
Are there signs?
There are other signs.
Okay.
Yeah, too much anger being on you. Maybe you have done for me something, you have angered me. Now, for me to cool down, I now really want to showcase it the way I'm pissed off. Yeah.
Okay, so it means lack of controlling anger. If
Yes.
that is the sign, somebody. Now, basically, if perhaps we see in terms of the age spans of these people engaged into gender-based violence, which age is it so common for gender-based violence?
But I see it goes all the way round. Because hata ukiangalia huko kwa kijiji unaweza pata mama mkubwa tu bado anapigwa.
Anapigwa nini because I think the common, because amongst the university students, these youths, you find out that what they are really fighting for or jostling for is that there is somebody that is taking his or her position. That is one. Anaona kama huyu is the person that I own, and somebody wants to take the ownership. Two, there's something to do with what is called psychological trauma. You find out somebody is so much stressed to the point that if in case anything comes across him, he can do anything. So if perhaps they are in a relationship, he can do something that is so dangerous. Then three, there is an aspect of basically lack of honesty in terms of how much you own, how much, so there's no transparency amongst the youths. Then when it comes to the married people, there is a point in which people are reaching to the point they don't know how to solve their problems. The only way of solving the problem is find out the man is being abused by the woman. The woman is saying how the man is so useless, he quote unquote. This one provokes the man and say, hey, why are you challenging my ego? Because I'm a king. How can you abuse me? How can you insult me? Then this leads to war. And then another thing is that in the marriage, you find that absenteeism and quote unquote caused by infidelity, whereby the man is far from the marriage, this and this, this one happens to those that are married. The kind of solving problem, if it imeenda italeta vita. Number two, infidelity. Then number three, you find out that the extended family wanting to get to the extension of their issues within the marriage. You find that the in-laws want to play a certain responsibility of checking how marriage is. Maybe the husband is a mama's boy.
Well, that's bringing the third party.
Yeah. And the lady is also mama's guy. So the lady wants to pay attention to her mother. The husband wants to pay attention to the mother. This really brings this kind of scuffle, meaning push and pull, whereby people are not coming to the point of agreement. But when these people understand that the third party doesn't have any engagement with us, we need to square our marriage and make sure that we build our marriage together.
But whatever you're saying can only happen when we have boundary.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, because this third party, we cannot avoid them.
Yeah.
The people we have been living with.
Okay.
But we must have a boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The limit.
The limit.
Which they reach and the limit they don't reach.
Exactly.
Now, what should the viewer put in place, the mechanism that he or she should put in place to prevent this gender-based violence? What are the mechanisms?
Okay. What people can really invest on is communication.
Yeah, communication, yeah.
We really need to communicate. Because, for instance, in that video, the lady was angered that for 2 good days,
the man has never...
You have not been picking my call. So, the lady was worried that, where is my man? Where has he gone to? Or is he alive? Is he alive wherever he is? Or something bad has happened to him? Why was the man not communicating?
So the issue is the lady turned now fighting the man.
Yeah, there was a lack of communication.
Okay, lack of communication. So there must be proper communication
in any relationship. Communication is key.
Yes. Yeah. Then number 2 is that people should know that fighting one another is not the way to solve problems.
It's not the way. It's not, because niseme siku hizi mili ya watu imekuwa mnyonge sana. Unaweza nipiga tu mchezo tu na nimeanguka, ukidhani nitaamka kumbe nishaenda zangu. Na hivyo tu mchezo umeniua.
Yes. And also something that is very important is that people should understand that the person that is around you is a human being. If perhaps you feel like he or she doesn't deserve your environment, make sure that there is an open way of handling it, because If the gender-based violence reaches to the point that your life is being threatened, there's no need of being that kind of.
And what I'm adding there is, in any relationship, it's not a do or die thing.
Yeah.
Don't die there.
Don't die there.
Yeah.
If there is a process or the approaches that you people have employed and have not worked out, kindly just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave and say, imenishinda, wacha sasa niende zangu.
Yeah.
Lakini kufika kiwango chenye mnataka kupigana, utanewa leo,
eti lazima uniue. Na hivyo tunaweza jikuta umekufa.
So that means that take responsibility. Make sure that your safety is guaranteed. If there's no safety, make sure you leave that kind of
it's not a do or die thing.
And above all, if there is any kind of signs that are showing
the red flags,
kindly
run for your life.
Run for your life.
Yeah.
For sure. My director is telling me that we have got just 2 minutes, and I would like us to just say something that is called part and short, so that we can tell that person who is watching that you know what, gender-based violence is an enemy to your life. So what exactly should he or she know about?
Just as I've said it, that in any relationship, it's not a do or die thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't die there because you're in a relationship.
Yes, essentially. Yeah. Don't die, or it's not a do die thing. That is actually the final remark of Rebecca Wino. Remember, tomorrow we are going also to hang up with you in Love Corner, and keep it locked here at Cityscope TV for more and detailed conversations. My name is Joseph Okuma. Let's see each other tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.